Today on High Sugar Content, we're going to whip it. Whip it good. If some syrup comes along, you must whip it. All right, the first step, guys, is to select the maple syrup you want to use for making maple cream. I would definitely recommend going with a medium to lighter colored maple syrup because that is just going to result in a better finished product for you. I've used darker colored syrups in the past and I've had problems with them getting to the consistency and the thickness that I wanted for maple cream. We are taking maple syrup and we're going to boil it to a higher temperature to get it a little bit more thick. So syrup is finished at 7 degrees above the boiling point of water. Now with maple cream, we want to determine the boiling point of water, and that changes based on your elevation and your local conditions. We're taking that up to 23 degrees above that. So here today, water is boiling at 210 degrees. I'm adding 23 degrees. I'm looking to get the syrup up to 233 degrees. We have to take the pan of the heated and thicker maple syrup and we need to cool it down. You want to cool it down to at least 70 degrees. Whip it tips. The maple cream that's cooled down to in the 40s won't separate as fast once you have it finished and in the jar. I take the syrup pan and put it in a refrigerator overnight. All right, now after I pull the pan out of the refrigerator, it's been there overnight, it's really cool, and it's gonna be very thick. You can see how it doesn't hardly even move inside the pan. What I do is I put it in a bath of really hot water to loosen it up so I can get it into the machine much easier. All right, as you can see here, I've got the pan up and I'm scraping the syrup down into the hopper because I want to get every last bit of that precious maple syrup, because even scraping all the bottom and the sides, you can definitely probably make a couple more jars out of that. So now once it's all in there, we're gonna get into the next step of mixing the syrup and essentially whip it good. Inside this machine is a gear pump that you can't see underneath all the stainless steel, and that is what's doing the mixing or the whipping. Now, maple cream is also described as whipped maple syrup. So what you need to do is be very aware of the things to look for when you are using the machine and mixing and whipping the syrup. One thing to look for is you want to see the color change. It's gonna turn to kind of a light brownish color, and it's definitely gonna lose its shine. So in the beginning, that syrup's gonna got a shiny surface to it. You're looking to see the shine go away, the color to change. And one thing that I've noticed in trial and error over the years is I actually need to anticipate it getting to that point because it's happening much faster than what it would be if you're doing it by hand. I've had problems in the past of letting it get too far and the whole hopper set up into a big hard brick of maple cream. Whip it tips. I like to have a spray bottle of water right next to me. And all I need to do to bring it back from that and to keep it flowing through is to spray a few sprays of water into the hopper. Whip it tips. All right, if you're doing this at home and want to attempt it by hand, all you need is a big bowl and a heavy duty wooden spoon. Now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna start whipping it good. And you're gonna look for the same changes. One rule of thumb to go by is on your spoon, take a scoop out and you want it to at least hang on there for 10 seconds. But let's be honest, by the time you're done doing this by hand, you're gonna have biceps like the Ultimate Warrior. So just buy it from me. Okay, so it's ready to start filling the jars. I like to use glass jars, and I use 1 pound and half-pound glass cream jars. So I just put it underneath the dispenser and turn the valve. Whip it tips. Your gallon of maple syrup weighs about 11 pounds. When you're done with that and making maple cream, you'll get about 8 pounds of maple cream finished product. All right, I've got my lids on my jars. Now it's time to store the maple cream. Here are the recommendations for that. 6 months refrigerated or put it in the freezer for longer term storage. What you may see is that a little syrup will rise up and separate out at the top. That's okay, you just stir it back in. As for uses for maple cream, check out our infomercial, The Cream of 1,000 Uses, in the video or link here, or in the description below. The machine I'm using here today is a maple cream machine made by Dominion Grimm. They're a company out of Quebec, Canada. America invented the printing press, the automobile, and the airplane. Canada invented the maple cream machine. And by the way, I'm a dealer for their products and equipment, so you can contact me if you're interested in Dominion and Grimm maple equipment. All right, that's it for another episode of High Sugar Content. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned here for more stuff about maple syrup and beyond. Please like and subscribe, share this, do whatever. Have a great week, and remember, always keep it real.